Hello guys, welcome back to another video. And today, if you haven't guessed already or looked at the title, I am going to be doing, my custom Lego Avengers Infinity War minifigures showcase. So, yeah. If you I know this is late, like very late, so late that school's already started and it's already on Blu-ray, but I just finished making the Thanos a couple of days ago, or I mean earlier this morning actually, and all these figures took a little while to make, especially Thanos on that Spider-Man. This poster's a bit outdated, but whatever. So yeah, let's just get this started. And also, by the way, the only reason the camera's facing like up, is because, well, I was having trouble finding an angle where I could fit all of them in, including this screen. So yeah. Let's get this started. Now for the one who started it all, the one, the only Iron Man. I mean, look at this amazing helmet and this amazing, very, very amazing torso. That took forever to make. I am kidding, guys. I have actually not finished yet, or even started, on my Iron Man and War Machine minifigures, because of all the other minifigures, so yeah. And I'm actually going to be going in order of appearance in movies. So yeah, time for the next one. Next up, we got the second one who did not, but was in the second Iron Man movie, started it all. Yay, Black Widow. So this one was actually pretty simple, except for one part. I took a yellow head and yellow hands because I barely have normal skin color ones, and then I took a normal I need to sit down. Okay, let's take this off camera. Never mind, guys, I think that's stuck on. I took a normal Black Widow one from a Black Widow hairpiece from the from Age of Ultron, and then painted it white. And then I just added this face, this yellow face, yellow hands, and then I took a generoso torso. I need a sneeze, but it won't come out. You don't need to know that. And then traced around everything with paint. Traced around all the printing and made it green. Even on the sides too. And then I also made this, like, her holster things. The things that she uses to hold these. And I actually used an action figure. This was a Black Widow action figure baton thing. I was having a hard time figuring out what I would give to her, but then I figured out that fit in a minifigure's hand perfectly, like a normal Lego thing, so I did that. Legs, just the Hawkeye legs, or in the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 sets, which are not new anymore. Black arms, normal yellow hands, and then, yeah, that's pretty much it, and the yellow face. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the spy or something. Time to move on to the next figure. Now, here's Captain America. He appeared first in Captain America, the First Avenger. You could argue that Bucky appeared first in the Captain America, First Avenger. And what I mean by that is like his first screen appearance. But if you count that scene, that very first scene at the beginning, where they find Captain America in the ice frozen. Spoiler alert, I'm kidding. That came out in 2011, which was 7 years ago. So if you count that, then this one is first. So, I used the Lloyd head from the old Ninjago sets. Like the old one back when he was just in that normal green ninja suit. And then I painted the beard on, which I think went okay for Steve Rogers. Then I took a Star-Lord, Peter Quill, Chris Pratt hairpiece. I actually painted it in this color, but because in the movie you can sort of see some little bits of his old hair color in it, and his hair is all messy in the movie, I decided maybe I should, when the paint dried, I rubbed off some of the paint, and then I got this, which I'm pretty sure looks accurate to the one in the movie, because his hair is all messy, and it's darker now, but you can still see some of his old hair color thing. And then he has his beard, of course. Then, also, this is back to the time when I used decal paper. I mean, not decal paper, those envelope things. And then I put the design onto that. So, yeah, I just used the envelope thing, stuck them onto here. It's basically decal paper. Made all the designs on it and stuck them on, shimmed the back. Now, you can actually, the detail is accurate. You can sort of see it. It's pretty hard to see, that's for sure. And then there's this side. I actually did not add the rips because at first I did not see the rips into the, I think, the vibranium plating. I think that's what it is. Then I gave him this random color hands for his gloves. Took dark blue arms. And then, did that. Then I took the piece that they used, this piece for a shield, just painted that black. I thought it looked okay. At first I was going to remake it, but then once I looked at it more, compared it to the movie, it looked okay. I mean, it was the same size. It wasn't black though. It was good. Sadly, I did not do the handle because it would just rub off. I did not paint the handle black. Get on. Legs, I did that design on it. I actually made Captain America a long time ago, so I don't remember everything I did except for the decal paper and the hair and this. So there is our Steve Rogers minifigure. Time to move on to the next one. Next up, we have the one, the only, the amazing Bucky Barnes. and he actually took a little while to make. First of all, I took that Age of Ultron hairpiece for the hair, and then I chopped off the part that was going down, and then painted that brown so you couldn't notice. You can't notice where the brown paint is, I think, unless you look closely. I used what's it called? I used one of the torsos. I've used a torso. That's new. I used I can't remember his name, but that guy from Rogue One, I used his face. And then just basically I kept the face. At first, oh God, I dropped the hair. I was going to paint the beard, and then that's what I came up with. And I thought that looked bad, so I just stuck with this one. I just stuck with this one. And then I took a normal dark blue torso, rubbed off the print, and then made this design that you can barely see, because dark plus dark does not mix well. Then we got silver Ultron arm, which at first I didn't notice any of the gold detail on his, my throat, on his arm, so I just kept it like that. Then I gave him normal blue torso, blue, dark blue, whatever, arms, hands. Then I took some, seriously? Then I took some brown legs, rubbed off all the detail, added these button things using paint, and then I made all this detail, including the boots. I really wish I had double molded legs, speaking of boots. Poster. Okay. Yeah, now for the next one. And then next up we got Thor himself with his, weird looking torso, which surprisingly was actually all painted, but it looks weird. So yeah, the torso, yeah, Thor, okay, I used this hairpiece. I believe it's called the sleepy hairpiece or the spiky hairpiece. And then I added some black parts on it because I thought, why not? Then I took a clone trooper head and painted this face design. I removed all the printing first and then painted this face design. Now that was actually hard, and this is probably my best face I've ever done. So yeah, I really like the beard a lot. Then we have this cape, which was a Batman cape originally, and I painted it red, and now it feels, that's just me scratching it, it feels like as hard as this thing. This Scarlet Witch piece that looked a bit like lightning, so I just gave it to him. I actually used some of the decal paper and put it, basically decal paper, it's envelope things. Cut them, add some detail on them, and put them on the legs. Painted the legs black, the torso black, the arms black. I added this red arm this red hand for some reason. I'm pretty sure I saw it in concept art or something. This hand with these lines, and the back with nothing. So yeah, that's Thor. That's Thor. The way I described him was terribly, and that's totally not because I have no idea how I did it, because I totally don't. Oh wait, yeah. I also have shoulder pads on him, which I cut, and then accidentally made the cape one with the chest pieces, the shoulder pads. And I've been describing Thor terribly right now because the first movie that he came out in was terrible, and because I made this minifigure months ago, like in January, so I don't remember anything at all about this figure. Well, not anything at all. I don't remember a lot of things, how I made this figure. So yeah, don't be mad at me. Whatever, bye. Okay, yeah, that was an accident. I accidentally said bye instead of time to move on to the next one, which was odd. So here we got Guardians of the Galaxy guy. Guardians of the Galaxy guy makes absolutely no sense. And the Falcon came out before him. So, ignore this. What I meant to say was Falcon. So here's my new Falcon minifigure for what's his called for Avengers Infinity War. He came out in Avengers the second in Captain America the second Avenger, in Captain America the Winter Soldier. And yeah, this character, or this minifigure, is really, really loose. So yeah. And I wouldn't be too mad about it being loose or tight. I think I already said this in my Kid Flash and Jesse Quick showcase, but this one is so loose that I can't even put two guns up, because if I do, and then I try to place it down, it will fall. The legs are so loose, and watch. I put this arm up, and then I put this leg up. Oh, it's not doing it anymore, of course. Let's try to put both of the guns up, though. Put both of the arms up. See if it'll stand. Oh my gosh, it's actually standing! That's amazing. So there's so much detail in here, and surprisingly all the detail was done with a gray/silver torso and legs. And it was also made with construction paper and scissors and black and red Sharpie. So yeah, that's all the materials I used to make this guy. Well, so first of all, I used one of those Freemaker Adventure heads for his face, because that was the only head with his skin tone that I could find, so yay. Then next up we got this hair. I used the cyborg hair, because why not? From the LEGO Dimension sets, guys. Then we got the arms, which are Ultron arms. And I, put gray hands onto there and gave him these two Alien Conquest guns. Or no, wait, I think they were sniper guns. And then I cut the scopes off, and then, yeah. These legs, Nexomite legs. Removed all the printing, added that detail, kept that printing there because why not? Kept the waist printing there because also why not? So yeah, that's basically the Falcon, except the wings. Oh my gosh, guys. These wings are amazing, and I could never, ever, ever have made any better pair of wings unless I actually knew how to make a better pair of wings. So, oh, my throat hurts. Sorry. So as I said, this is construction paper. So it is breakable, bendable, everything, rippable, everything. It's flexible. And I painted all the designs on I drew all the designs on using Sharpie. Just like I did for the torso and the legs. And the beard. And then I was going to use one of those things, the neck braces, take off the stud, and then attach it, like that. But after like 20 failed attempts, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna glue it on the back. So I did that. So yeah, there's Falcon. Wow, it fell. Time to move on to the next figure. Next up, we got Star-Lord Peter Quill from Guardians of the Galaxy. And yeah, this is my Infinity War version of him. He's got his guns and everything. He came out after Falcon came out, so yeah, just tell you guys that. Oh my gosh, wait a moment. Let me just redo this. I was wrong again, guys. I just remembered that there was a post-credit scene in The Winter Soldier with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in it. So, yeah, now I mixed up my order 2 times. And that's not good. So here's Scarlet Witch from Infinity War. So I obviously did what I usually do, which is use electrical tape to make these waist capes or things. I am kidding. I use paper towel. Guys, you heard me. I used paper towel. So I used the normal Age of Ultron one, the normal Age of Ultron, Scarlet Witch as a base. And then I removed all the printing from the torso and added this one back. And then took this hair piece and put it on, and took these studs and put them on, because why not? Then I took the legs from that one and filled in that weird skin tone problem with black, because why not? And then we take this, put it in like this, and then we do this. I might do a tutorial on how to make these, but right now, not yet. So that is this person, Scarlet Witch, and now I think I can finally do Star-Lord. Next up, we got Star-Lord. Oh, poop, wait a moment. Wrong order again. Haha, I got you. Yeah. This is the right order, finally. He came out after Falcon and Scarlet Witch first made their appearances. Whatever. So here we got Star-Lord. Wow, I just dropped it. So I actually used his one from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 from that big set with the Milano that I really like. That Milano is amazing. I don't care if it's much smaller than the original. I love the new Milano build. It's amazing. So, yeah. Also, I like the cookies because they taste delicious. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. Here is my minifigure. So, I took his normal face, and his normal helmet. Added some of these black highlight things. Made the eyes a little bit lighter. Then I added some black parts onto the gun. Painted this torso completely in this red color and then added the detail on it. And also, this was before I actually knew how to make paper towel coats and stuff like that and jackets, so I couldn't make Star-Lords out of that. I might, but right now, no. Then I just took I took random legs actually. You can barely see any of the detail, but there is a lot of detail on these legs, but you can barely see any of it because both of the colors that these legs are made of, these legs are made of, are very dark, and as I said earlier, that does not mix, so yeah, there is my Star-Lord minifigure. I'm actually rushing to get the Thanos right now, because I really, really want to show Thanos, and no, oh my gosh, wait a moment. Thanos, never mind, whatever, okay! Next we got Vision in his body from Infinity War. That makes absolutely no sense. I feel like redoing that. Oh. Here we are, guys, with the Vision. The greatest Vision of all time. Whatever that means. This was actually my first painted minifigure. So the face is fully painted. Fully made by me, especially that weird expression. I mean, look at it. It just looks terrible. But all the detail on his face doesn't. So his face is completely painted purple, and then painted silver around the Mind Stone, and then the eyeballs, and the mouth. Cape made of paper cloth, and the paper towels. And then I had to do something that was very, 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 very annoying, which was add all this detail onto it. And also, one warning about if you ever want to make a paper towel cape or cape with me, or if you want to make it my style, this is going to happen to your minifigure. You won't be able to take it off without taking off the head, so yeah. Then, headless. The back has pretty much no detail except for these purple legs, this detail thing, also legs, and then this. Now actually, oh, you can barely see that dark screen, I think. You can see the gold. And then, for the leg colors, I actually had to mix pink and purple so that it wasn't too bright, but it wasn't too dark. So yeah, and we have this detailed muscle things. Regular green arms, painted torso, and yeah. This simple was actually a minifigure. This minifigure was actually this simple, which was a bit surprising, but whatever. Even though it was my first time ever using paint, I still got an amazingly good and sort of accurate minifigure out of it. So yeah, time to move on to the next figure. Next up, we have Black Panther, and well, I didn't know who to show first, Black Panther or Spider-Man, because they're both in Civil War, but Black Panther showed up first in Civil War, so I decided to do him first, show him first. So here's my Black Panther minifigure. To you guys, it just looks like a plain black minifigure, but there are tiny, tiny, tiny bits of detail in there. Just put it at the right angle, you can sort of see it. Same here. Oh, you can see that, that's for sure. And now, instead of using pencil like I did for my zoom, that's right, I used pencil on a minifigure. That actually worked very well. Oh yeah, and I grabbed these legs from a Death Star Trooper. Type 3 Batman helmet. This is the Batman from Justice League with that painted around his face and then the other side. Instead of using pencil to make the silverish detail, I actually painted the torso black, and then I used one of those pin things, the thumbtacks, and scratched in that detail in there. That was very hard. It wasn't really dangerous because I don't know why it wasn't dangerous, but it wasn't for me. But yeah, okay. And then I just took these claws because why not? So there's my Black Panther minifigure, and I also have shoulder pads because his Civil War suit. Oh yeah, because this is based off of his Civil War suit. And his Civil War suit was a bit bulky, so I added the shoulder pads. I could just remove the shoulder pads to make it the Infinity War version, but I'm too lazy to do that right now, so yay. Here's my Black Panther minifigure. So, time to move on to the next. Next up, we got the minifigure that started it all. The one, the only amazing Spider-Man, guys. And what I mean by the minifigure that started it all, I mean this was my first custom minifigure ever made. Like, ever made. So, yeah, it's really amazing to be showing this minifigure on YouTube right now. So yeah, wow, this video is long. This is actually based off of his Civil War version, so don't be mad. I was gonna make the Iron Spider until school. I was going to, but then school happened, so I couldn't. Yeah, here's it. Nice minifigure. I have literally absolutely no idea what I did to make this minifigure because I made it last year. So yeah. Yeah. Here's the figure. Stare at it. Look at its beauty. It's great. Oh, what I do know, remember, is that I used handcuff pieces, cut off the actual chain, and then put them on, painted them black. I mean, well, not painted, you know, used Sharpie and made them black, so yeah. Time for the next figure. I love this figure, and it's probably my most detailed figure ever. So time to move on to the next. Now for the amazing, the spectacular Doctor Strange. I'm sorry, I just yawned right there. I need water. So yeah. Oh, that felt better. Okay, so this Doctor Strange is based off the Doctor Strange from Doctor Strange, so yay, I like Doctor Strange from Doctor Strange. I also like the Doctor Strange movie, and I like Doctor Strange because he's Doctor Strange, so yay. But the Doctor Strange look is pretty much the exact same one for Infinity War, so I did that. Now, this is the first time I've ever used paper towel to make a cape or a waist cape. And this definitely has to be my best waist cape ever. But the cape, it's second to this cape. It's a Visions cape. So I just took an Agent Coulson hair. It was originally brown and then painted it black. And then I took a Cole head, painted that strange beard. Got it? No, you don't. And then I was going to make the cheekbones, but then my brother startled me, and I accidentally made these. And I'm not going to try to remove them because I'll try to, but it's going to be very risky because if I do, there is a huge chance that I will, that I will accidentally remove the eyes too. So, yeah. Then his pink magic, his time magic thing, I just did this and then painted all green. I have Agamotto. I actually was trying to make it so that it would have the necklace, but that failed terribly, so I just made it onto here, where he can just hold it. So here is the actual one, the thing, the minifigure. So it just has the normal dark blue legs and dark blue, the Lego dark blue legs, dark blue arms, dark blue torso, yellow hands, yellow face. So I actually painted all of that detail onto it. That was pretty hard. I also did some detail onto the legs. On the arms too. Barely any. Then on the cape. So the waist cape is basically, oh that hurt, made the same way as the Scarlet Witch one is. It's exact same one except with some tape on it. Here are the legs without the waist cape. Here's Doctor Strange without the waist cape. He looks very strange. Get it? No, you don't, because all my strange puns are terrible. So whatever. Then I'm gonna take off the. I'm gonna take off the cape, not the legs. Let me just try and take off the cape right now. Oh yeah, here's a risk with making capes my way. There is a risk, which is, first of all, it could get stuck to the head, and it could just get stuck to the body, and that's exactly what happened. So yeah, I can't really remove it. The cloak of levitation, but that doesn't really matter. I can still make this guy look epic. And I actually don't have that collar thing on him because, yeah. But I did make the cape, cloak, whatever. That took a little while. I made the normal one. Then I had to make underneath that a shorter one. Because that's what it looks like to me in the movie. So yeah. Doctor Strange, I hope you liked this minifigure, and time to move on to the next figure. Now, for the amazing, the one, the only, the most detailed minifigure in the history of all time, the most dangerous Marvel villain in the comics, in my opinion, or the MCU. We have Height Reference Guy! Yeah! Height Reference Guy is amazing. I just took random brain pieces and mixed them together to make this guy, but that's not the real guy, so let's just take him out of the way. Now for the one, the only, the great, the amazing Thanos! Oh, it fell. Thanos! Now, this minifigure took 8 hours to make. It was amazing. I'm kidding, it didn't take 8 hours. It took like a week or 2 to make. Yeah. So, yeah, how do I start this? Let's start from the top. So first, I took the face, I took the head, and the body, and the arms, painted them purple. Then I took the legs from that guy from Rogue One that I can't remember, removed all the printing and added this detail. Then, oh god. Then, I painted all the detail onto the body, front and the back. Then I painted the Infinity Gauntlet and the face. And yeah, that was the process of making this figure. Now, say hello to height reference dude again. His name is Squid. Squiddude. Now, as you can see, I think, Thanos is actually taller than the height reference dude. That's not because of angle. No, it's not. It's actually because of these. I painted them black and then put him on his legs to make him taller. Because in the movie, he's tall, but he's definitely not as tall as the one. That's the terrible one that Lego made. He's not that tall. But he is pretty tall. So I decided to do that. Face. I took a random yellow face, painted it purple, then added all this detail onto focus. Torso. I did that too. I think the torso looks pretty good. Sides. The back was pretty simple. The shoes actually connect on to these bricks. That's what I was trying to do. Oh my god, I almost fell. I almost fell off my chair. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, let's just move this chair a bit closer. I just dropped Thanos into a crack. But I'm getting him out. You'd think Thanos could get himself out. So yeah. Here is something, though, that I don't know whether or not I'm going to regret doing or be good with it. What I mean is, so here are the normal Lego arms. At first I had these arms. I already painted them perfectly, you know, the Infinity Gauntlet, purple skin, everything. But I noticed that when you put them down, I'm gonna have to put them down slowly so it doesn't rub off any of the paint. It doesn't really look good because he looks so tall, but his arms look short now. So, plus it was a very, very huge pain just having to keep repainting the sides of the body and the arms because of how much the arms were rubbing off all the paint. So I actually decided to do something that I think was a pretty good idea. I used knockoff Lego arms. From something that's not Lego, we got in the Philippines, but these arms worked perfectly for Thanos, and they work perfectly on Lego. I mean, you can just clip them in exactly like a normal Lego one. I mean, they're perfect. I mean, even when it's painted, it still slides smoothly like a normal one, like this. Well, actually, it's like this. It moves as well as this arm does without paint. So I decided to do that. Plus, the arms are a bit longer. They're actually as long as the Toy Story arm and legs. Arms, I mean. So I repainted all the detail onto that. But then there's another amazing